This is the Bulls Chat Podcast. I am Joe Malone, and joining me, the head coach, general manager of the North Iowa Bulls, Todd Sanden. Coach, thanks for taking some time to talk to me here.
Good morning, Joe. Happy to do it.
So it was a road trip weekend for the Bulls going back to Friday and Saturday, nearly a week ago now, up at Aberdeen, and a tough road trip, to say the least. Bulls picking up 1 point out of a possible 4, 5-2 loss on Friday night, shootout loss on Saturday night. Which one of those is the tougher one to take, the shootout loss or the 3-goal loss?
You know, it's probably the Friday night loss where you lost by 3. Because on Saturday we battled back late in that game to tie it up and get it to overtime to earn the point. Obviously, we're on a small skid here with losing 3 in a row, but I think Friday night was a little bit tougher because we just didn't get it going for any stretches to give ourselves a chance to win.
Well, Max Scott had a decent individual performance on Friday night with 2 goals, but it seemed like there were a couple of quick burst moments for Aberdeen where they were able to tack on 4 goals in quick succession, one in the first period, then another towards the end of the second period. And that's hard to battle back from, I'm guessing.
Well, as you've seen from the past with our team, who has a tendency to score in bunches and get numbers quickly, it is hard, and it shifts and costs you momentum in games. With the young squad that we have, we're just making some young mistakes and some decisions at pressure that are getting us in trouble and creating opportunities for our opponents. So looking at all this stuff on film and showing our guys and having them review their clips, these are mistakes I think that are easily fixable and can be cleaned up with just some review and just making better decisions.
Now, if we can, talk to me about film review. Is that something that the coaching staff does and then shows to the players, or are the players watching film on their own and coming to you and being like, oh, I see what happened here, this is what I should do next time? How does that break down?
Actually, it's both, because we have a software company that breaks down the games for us through the North American Hockey League called Instat, and our players are emailed their shifts the next day after a game. So they can look at them individually. Obviously, as coaches, we make notes during the games on at different times on different situations, and we want to go back and look at those clips. And if it's a situation where it's a breakdown where 3 or 4 guys got out of shape or out of position or made a bad decision, we want to go over that and bring those guys in and show that to them. But a lot of times, you're right. Our guys watch their clips from the night before, and it gives them an understanding, because they can obviously watch it repeatedly on what actually happened, where they can clean it up, or in the case of where they did things well, how they can repeat that and do it again.
Excellent. Now, it's an off weekend for the Bulls. No home games, no road games. Does that mean extra practice, extra time off? What's the team doing this weekend?
It does mean extra practice for our guys. Like, we're going Monday to Thursday as usual. We'll wrap it up today. Some of our guys will leave town and take a small break this weekend, which is okay. It's been, I think it's been probably 6 or 7 weeks that we've been getting after it here. So a little break is not a terrible thing, and then we'll fire it back up again Monday and get ready for Bismarck coming into town the following weekend. But we'll have a light skate tomorrow, an optional light skate tomorrow for the guys who are in town.
Now, one of the big things that is going around is the jersey reveal for one of the first specialty jersey weekends. That'll be on the 10th and 11th of December, and the Bulls will be wearing Busch Light jerseys, which is amazing, and people seem to be pretty excited about this. Your thoughts?
Personally, as a gentleman who prefers Busch Light at my dinner table or on the deck at the lake, I'm pretty stoked about these jerseys, and I'm excited that we are able to, the league approved it, and we got all the approvals to do a jersey like that, because it's a pretty cool looking ugly Christmas sweater kind of thing.
Yeah, it is neat. And Busch Light, whether you drink it or you don't, it's got this sort of momentum to it as of late with the Busch Lattes, and it's worked its way into meme and popular culture.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, living in Minnesota, we weren't early test market, and I was in Illinois in the late, probably early 90s, late 80s, and figured out that Illinois had it, and I brought some home, and it's just been a pleasure ever since.
Now, you had a chance, you were telling me before we got going, to go down Wednesday night to check out the Iowa Heartlanders. They play in the ECHL. It is their first year in existence. They've only had 3 regular season games, I believe, and watch Brett Gravel, former North Iowa Bull back in his final year, I think was 15-16, and Jeff Solo played for the team in 16-17. What was it like for you to watch former players play at that level?
First of all, for those kids who were amazing kids in our program, it's such a pleasure to see them get to continue their hockey after college. Always our goal is to make sure that we find a way to get our guys to be college hockey players, but kids who actually get to make a little bit of a living doing it, it's so incredibly fun and rewarding, and a proud moment, I guess, too, because like Brett we had for a couple of years, and Jeff we had on his path, from the North American Hockey League and then back to the North American Hockey League to be an NCAA Division I athlete. It's super rewarding, Joe, and I wish it wasn't a 2.5-hour drive, because I'd like to make it more often to watch those guys play, when we can. But the facility down there, obviously brand new in Iowa City, amazing facility. I think that team, if they get some momentum behind them, certainly can make some noise in the ECHL.
Now, Brett, in his first game yesterday, Wednesday night, had 2 goals and an assist. What was it like seeing him score 1 and then 2?
So he scored his first goal, and I think in his second shift in the game. And in the first shift, they spent a fair amount of time in the offensive zone. So as his former coach, you just look at it, okay, so that's just Brett being Brett. That's where he's most effective. And I guess I wasn't surprised to see him score or get some numbers, but 3 points in his first game with 2 goals and an assist in a game where his team scored only 3 goals is pretty amazing.
Now, did he know you were there? Did you have a chance to talk to him at all, either him or Jeff?
Yeah, so I messaged Jeff and Brett yesterday morning to let them know that we were coming down, just to see if they were in the lineup. And Jeff was so gracious as to leave us some tickets for Coach Brunito and Murdoch and myself. So we got to sit in the players section and actually ran into Brett's parents last night, which was nice to just chat with them before the game and kind of catch up a little bit.
So you're telling me if I want to go to a game, go through you, and then I get the pretty people seats, right?
Yeah, it was. Unfortunately for us, we had already purchased seats, which is okay. Maybe we paid Brett's salary for the game last night with our ticket purchase, but it was nice. Jeff messaged us after and said, "Hey, Coach, I left some tickets for you at will call, but in the future, we'll make sure we take advantage of that."
There we go. Well, Coach Sanden, I appreciate the time as always, and we'll probably see you around the rink this weekend, and then the Bulls back in action at home against Bismarck on the first Friday and Saturday of November. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll be there Friday night supporting the Toros against Granite City. Obviously, a huge series for them, and then Coach Murdoch and I will be off scouting Saturday through the rest of the weekend, getting ready for next weekend.
Excellent. Head coach, general manager of the North Iowa Bulls, Todd Sanden. Thank you.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.